EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Spears to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, this unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young now. That is caught, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the ground, it's Ford. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. And here's a give to Spears. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Young. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Young off the play fake. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this to the 32. This defense for the Titans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball,
He ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Chargers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
You talk about this Titan defense.
They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Herbert now. Complete to Johnston here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
2 yards to go, second down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Dobbins.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there, and second and goal.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. They were held out last time. Here now is third and goal from the 1. Now Herbert off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They snap it to Herbert. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1, and the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it.
2nd and 7.
Young back near the goal line. On the move to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Young.
That one's taken in by Spears.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flush to his right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the option right, Herbert.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, those completions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Young.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Now he's free at the 35.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flushed out right.
And this one too low.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Herbert. Forced out to his left.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Bates' kick is good.
And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Hand off to Spears.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Oh, good move. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
That goes for a gain of 31. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now it's Herbert. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 19.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Bates' kick is good.
And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
Quick slant to Brown.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
The play fake. Now Young. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Young.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This will be caught by Brown.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think
and this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that?
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Throwing to start the drive.
Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of the best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Herbert, he'll let this go for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The slot man in motion right.
Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he stopped immediately there.
Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Young to throw it.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Right back to Spears.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They get a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Looking to throw, Young.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Spears.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now Young going to move him around.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to get the lead up to 4. The kick by Lutz is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. That one complete to McConkey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL. That's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knife is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go wow.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Point after, right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good... No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
To throw, Young.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henry.
And he brings this one back. It's a quick